Some of them, I'm like, are they just reaching out to them and like someone's there, like, I'm going to make up one just to be on the podcast?
No, usually most of them are like, I'll find stories either from Reddit subs where people are like desperate for answers most of the
Oh,
time.
nice.
Like that,
Okay.
a lot of it is like people who are terrified and going through shit
Awesome.
and really want to know what the hell is going on. So I'll reach out to them and just be like, hey, like we'll be totally respectful. We can even keep you anonymous. But if we share it and we get some information or we can help, like we're happy to share with you kind of in return. So that's really where we get most of it. In the beginning, a lot of it was our friends and family and ourselves.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
you can only have so many stories from those.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we're live now, so I'm just gonna play the intro really quick, and then I guess we can dive into this.
Nice.
Don't know where Chris is. James, I'm guessing he got deported.
Probably. They told him to watch out.
What's good? What's going on? Are you ready? Ready for what? Ready to slice and dice another movie review. Tonight, we're going to be knocking this film out. Chris, you want to tell them what the film is, and I'll tell them the surprise at the end?
Sure thing. Tonight, we're reviewing In Fear. I'm really looking forward to this one. I know James is a fan of this type of movie. Based off the trailer and what I've seen, I can't wait to talk about this one.
You and me both, man. Based off the trailer, based off the movie, it's going to be a fun review. And I just want to throw this out there. If you ever want to be a guest, hit me up, horrorsir.sturdyguest@gmail.com. Again, that's horrorsir.sturdyguests@gmail.com. Because, you know, you can be a guest on here and have some fun with us. And speaking of guests, I want to call one of our guests out really quick. Real quick, Liz. All I'm going to say is, it's more of a question. Will I be calling you out tonight? Will I be calling you out for this film? Because you chose it. Guess what, people? You got to tune in to find out. But I do want to show you guys this. Check out Tales from the Creep. Just get a little glimpse, get a little listen of what you can expect from this awesome podcast.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test.
The Coast Guard's finally gave up. Their final statement said, they are presumed missing, but they're not lost at sea.
I can also feel an energy with intense gravity just by looking at him, and I innately know that it's death itself.
It wasn't a happy ghost. It wasn't a lost spirit. It was something that wanted people to know that they were not to be messed with.
Well, buckle up, buckaroos. Go check out that amazing show and buckle up for tonight while we review In Fear. And with that being said, welcome to the madness.
Nice.
Look who joined us.
I guess Chris can wait.
What's up? Well, he sent it in a spot that normally he doesn't. Usually he sends it to the email, not the chat we're on together.
I sent it in the email too. You just didn't read it.
I was just in the thing and I missed the link then because I clicked 3 links. I got the trailer. Oh, I know why. Because I thought it was the trailer link for the video we cut. So I was playing. I was like, this ain't the link for the show. What the hell's going on here?
Over there thinking. See? But how's it going, Christopher?
I'm good, gentlemen. Ladies, how are you? How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. Yeah, we good.
Good. Glad to hear. I literally just got done with the movie like 6.5 minutes ago.
Wow.
Good to go.
Well, I'm not getting any information from anybody what they think of this movie, so I'm dying.
Okay, all right. Let's go around. I'll start it if you want. We'll go around and everybody give their early ratings from a -10, which is Blood Lake.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that yet, go check
Fuck
it
that.
out.
For popping in dreams.
It's
Fuck that movie.
But check it out. Hat tap. Europe. What's up?
Love it.
Yeah. In dreams again. Hello. So early ratings. What's up, Doomsday?
You going first?
Huh?
You going first?
Yeah. Surprisingly, huh?
Yeah, I know.
From a -10 to a +10, I'm gonna give this movie a 7. I really enjoyed it. I watched it last week at my brother's, and I watched it again today. I like the creep factor of it. It was very realistic, and I enjoyed that factor of it. Thought the guy made a lot of dumb decisions, but I still enjoyed it. But whoever wants to go next, what's your rating?
I agree with you. I was giving it a 7 too. I believe I gave the trailer a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into these kind of movies. There was a part I didn't like storyline. I thought it was going to be more like a wrong turn movie, but this one was a little like weirder. I was like, what the fuck is going on in the beginning? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, when's it going to get to the wrong turn, people? Where's the people going to fucking like eat them or something, you know? But it was crazy. It's like a mind fuck. Like, just I pictured myself in the car going through that over and just keep getting to the same spot. Then you see a guy with a fucking white mask on his head. It looked like a fucking bag. But he said, like, then it disappears. You're like, I think I would be losing my mind also. Just like that, you know, the girl started losing her mind. But yeah, that movie is makes you think like if you were driving through this shit. And so I'm going to say 7 earlier rating.
My girlfriend just walked in the room. We're live. How you doing?
How you doing?
That's Danae. She's the reason I live and breathe. So.
Oh.
He's just trying to get brownie points. I'm taking
Wait, was that a sweet thing, or was that just because she literally feeds you and takes care of you and helps
No,
through each day?
Little of both. But mostly just because she's dope as hell and she's got the biggest heart in the world and reminds me to be the same way. So
That's nice.
That was beautiful.
yeah,
That's so sweet.
She hears it a lot.
I said the same thing. Dreams brownie points.
Woo! I got better. I got food, bro. Chicken and rice with some pita, homie.
She just
With that white sauce. You know what I'm saying?
It answered the question. She delivered food to him.
Wait, what is white sauce?
Yeah, what is white sauce?
I don't want to
What
know.
is that? Tikka sauce or tikka sauce or something? Yeah, I don't know. It's that white stuff from like Middle Eastern, like on the falafels or like on gyros or whatever. Gyros.
Yeah, gyros. Yeah, it's the tzatziki sauce or tzatziki.
Oh, I love tzatziki with like cucumber and dill.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
The French fries on it.
By the way,
I think we should talk about.
Yeah, we got sidetracked. Who's rating next?
I think it's my turn. Yeah, I'm with you guys on the 7. I kind of had the feeling it was going to be decent from the trailer or whatnot. I'm actually more intrigued. I'm going to watch it again so I can make sure I got everything else and all the little nuances or whatnot. But I enjoyed it. I can't say too much bad about it other than, some of the writing choices for choices that the people were making on screen. But other than that, I had a good time.
Okay, nice.
Jenny?
Yeah, I guess I'll let you go last since you chose it. I gave it a 6. And that was, for me, like, feeling generous. But I will say that I love gore. And I love a good slasher. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. Like, I guess I kind of kept waiting for the moment that it was, like, gonna happen and really, like, just get bloody. And it didn't happen. But I enjoyed a lot of it, and I enjoyed the actual actors were really great. But I fucking hated Tom, and I wanted some blood.
Makes sense.
What about you, Liz?
For me, I mean, especially since I chose it, everybody did 7. I'm gonna say 8.
Oh wow.
I love it, and when I revisited it, I don't think I realized how it's like really honing in on toxic masculinity. So I felt kind of like, oh, I picked a really weird one. But I love the suspense of it and how we don't know what's going to happen. I like that.
Now, I want you to dig deeper in the toxic masculinity thing. We're not going to get offended. It takes a lot to offend us. And trust me, we're not toxic like that, so it's not going to bother us at all.
Bring out the
Speak for
scroll.
yourself.
I mean, I got my 9 pages of notes. I was not
I was
joking.
just looking for my notes.
Hold on.
She broke it down.
My notes
9 pages.
go.
Hold on.
Well, the reason I say that is because, like, even from the beginning, Tom completely invalidates Lucy at every chance he can get.
Yeah.
Whether it's, when they're both scared and he said, you were scared first, you were scared as well. He's always kind of putting her in these situations where she has to be the strong one, but pretending he has like the bravado, I guess, of being tough. And the whole time she's like solid, just solid the whole time. So I kind of feel like you had the two ends of masculinity. You had Max, who was obviously like one end of it, and then you had Tom, who was the other end of it. So yeah, I made like 9 pages of like, oh, look at all the times he's invalidated her.
I definitely felt like I picked up a little bit of a tone of the whole like undermining / gaslighting situation or whatnot with that. So I was kind of like, okay, yep. Definitely not going crazy on that one.
Yeah. I mean, we noticed it too, but it's cool to get a female's perspective on that. Obviously, you guys are going to have a totally different view of this film than we are. We'll have some similarities in the middle, I'm sure. We all agree that Tom's an asshole and he sucks.
Yeah.
Can we all agree we wanted to see his blood? I mean,
yeah. I did like that trick to kill him though.
Oh,
yeah.
Basically, the dude made her do it, so she basically killed him.
Yeah, when she's speeding up, you never know.
That was crazy.
That was awesome. How he was in the mouth taped and thing in his mouth. Genius kill right there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's how the sister died, Aaron. One of the good movies, Miss Summer. Remember the suicide?
Oh, shit.
She did that with the car. She had a hose going all the way up to the bedroom with her duct tape around it.
Watch again.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. So that's the second time I ever seen that type of death. I was like, oh, cool.
It's pretty brutal. I mean, the eyes itself.
Yeah, red. Yeah. Crazy looking.
So did Tom start this whole situation? Or what?
Oh, in the bar?
Yes.
That guy wasn't even there, was he? I got so damn confused.
You know what?
He said he was,
but I don't remember him. I think that's the problem too. I don't remember him.
But what about
you never know who's around behind.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's what I wasn't sure. Like, I felt like I wanted to believe Max was, there and saw the whole thing. But when I watched it the second time, I was like, oh shit, I forgot there was someone watching her in the bathroom. So maybe this was not about Tom at all. Maybe it was about her.
R. Kelly.
It could be. It could be about her. I think. See, that's the thing. I wish they let you know a little bit more about this fucking Alex guy. Basically, he seems like a tormentor serial killer. He fucks with these people because they go to the hotel finally. They get there because he basically tells her floors that go straight and whatever. All those cars. It reminded me, like, is that how many people he killed doing this mind fuck games with the maze?
I think so.
So I'm sitting there thinking that. So he entertains himself. He's just a whacked out, crazy type of serial killer. He just has the other people kill one of the passengers until the end.
Did they say what year this movie takes place? I know it came out in 2013.
No, I don't think so. I know it's in Ireland. I believe it's supposed to be placed in Ireland.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm asking that is, where the hell was the GPS? Like, where the hell's the GPS?
Well, it died, lost
It came
signal,
up
man.
at some point.
Yeah.
I know they lose signal at some point, but did they have a GPS or were they just going with?
It was like it looked like a TomTom, like the old school.
I don't remember seeing it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, so they lost signal. Now it made me think too. Did this Alex dude have like a blocker? Like he switched it on and everybody lost service because they did get to a point where the phone was working. Then all of a sudden it just shut off. So like he did something.
That's true.
This is just where my mind was going.
What I liked about that character was he was always like right around the corner and knew what the hell was going on.
Oh yeah, because he made that maze. He knew the shortcuts.
Here's another dumbass thing with Tom, right? And this is more towards you guys, Chris and James. So you're driving somewhere with your wives, right? Some random dude, I don't care if you drive fast around, some random dude walking down the street, you're not gonna pick up a hitchhiker
Fuck out of here.
Let alone with your woman in the car with you.
No.
If you're going to pick somebody up and be with your boys with you at the very least, you're not going to do, because it's like, okay, I'm going to put my wife in danger by picking up some strange dude.
Especially he had a giant gash bleeding.
Yeah, fuck that.
I was like, nah.
Especially when the situation is as awkward as it is with the two occupants of the car initially anyway, it's probably not a good time to try to be a good Samaritan anyway.
For one, I would have stopped and kicked him out, just how he was talking in the backseat. That's creepy shit, what he was saying, and then basically making fun of Tom, like, cracking jokes. I'm like, dude, you've got a gash in your head. I picked you up. I'm helping you. And you're talking shit. But get the hell in my car.
That's part of the mind fuck in the game he was playing, because then he
Yeah.
asked her when she was isolated, hey, is he always like this, blah blah blah. So I think he's assessing the situation of if this is gonna happen or not, or what he's gonna do. And then they get into the fight and everything after the whole, hey, I got this to your head in the car. And he literally took his time breaking his wrist and then muttered something to him about violence runs the world or something like that, and then just
Ooh, I
walks
had the
away from
quote,
with a
hold on.
smile.
Oh,
I was
violence
like-
is the mother and the daughter.
And
That's
a daughter,
it.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I looked it up. I was like, is this a thing? Like, I wanted
Yeah.
to know if there was some kind of famous quote that I had not heard of, just like
Mhm.
the one in the bathroom.
hmm
It sounds like an Irish, like one of the Irish quotes or something, like they're saying, because if you ever watch, was it Sutton Saints?
Boondock Saints.
Boondock, thank you.
Hmm.
They would be the prayer, but they had like
Yeah.
all sayings like that, like multiple sayings. So it reminded me of that. I was like, okay, I didn't look it up. I should have looked it up and see what it meant, but I didn't. That's the
Oh yeah,
laziness.
yeah, exactly.
I couldn't find anything for that or the bathroom. What was the bathroom said? If a man hurts an innocent person, the evil will fall back upon him, and the fool will be destroyed.
I didn't even catch that.
Wow.
And I was like, I mean, it makes sense, but there was nothing. Like, I found nothing.
Someone made it up just for the movie.
Yeah, and
After the
they
movie,
got me
that's
thinking,
amazing.
especially that violence is the mother and the daughter. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
It sounds
it's-
cool.
It sounds good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The mother and the daughter. I have no idea.
yeah.
So
Well,
now somebody should just walk
Well-
up to a stranger one day and just say that and then walk
I don't
off.
want to do that.
Yeah. Because someone walked by and said that to me. I'm like, okay, I need to go. I need to walk away
Yeah.
from here.
I gotta get away from this crazy motherfucker. I don't know. What
Yeah, yeah.
maybe it has something to do with the aspect of fear and violence. Fear brings on violence, which then is birthed right from the fear. Maybe, I don't know. It's the mother, war, violence. I don't know.
Here he goes.
Who knows?
making sense.
So it's like a
He
generational
knows?
thing? Like a
It does it.
generational.
No,
Yeah.
just like kind of like one action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, like, if you're scared of something, you may act violently out of the fear type deal or something. Because he wanted to prove a point. He was taking an ass kicking. He got up, gave him a chance, gave him the tool, literally easily got away from him, bent his hand over and was like, yeah, click. What's
Yeah.
up now?
And Tom had so many. He had a few situations where he could have killed this guy and didn't.
hmm
First of all, you're in the middle of nowhere, don't know where you are. You get a guy in the car who's bleeding, like, and you ran him over. You think it might be the same person, and then he goes, "Yeah, I'm from around here. I know my way around." Nah, bro, you got to get out. I don't know where
From
you gonna
around
take me.
where?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there ain't nothing around here, so you know where to hide me. Go, get out.
Get out. You didn't get a chance to get in. Fuck getting out.
Yeah, he
Should
mind
have
fucked
listened
him.
to,
He
his
like,
woman and hit the gas.
he was even Alex was even telling him like, oh, must have switched the signs or something. Like he was
Yeah,
telling
what
him like, yeah,
signs?
he was doing the hotel signs with the arrows.
So I like.
Yeah.
So I watched it again today. I actually watched it twice today, kind of. But I like how they're coming in through that gate, or they get past the gate, and if you don't pay attention to it, it glimpses back at the gate, and there's a keep out sign that's on it. Do you know the gate that he broke into?
Yeah,
Mhm.
with the chains off. Yeah,
Right then and there. If I'm going somewhere, I'm like, okay, this is closed and chained up. This cannot be the right way to the hotel. What hotel's going down this fucking dirt dead end road to nowhere? No, this can't be the right way. Let me turn around and retrace my steps, retract.
Well, I don't know. To be fair, I lived in the UK for like 3 years, and you can get down some really weird roads that will take you to something awesome. So
Really.
I kind of had that feeling of like maybe it's just like a British thing, like a UK thing, where I
they
don't
got a
know.
lot of trust in each other. That's what it is.
Mm.
They
I
have a
don't-
lot more trust than we do, for
Hell
sure.
no.
There's
Like,
a
I'm not
state
going
park out here that if you go camping and you come in after a certain time, you have to go to a different entrance, and it is a back entrance, and they like hide a key there, and you have to do that same thing.
Oh hell
Wow.
no!
And I fucking hated it. It was just as like desolate as that.
See,
Okay.
screw all that. No,
And I was
thank
like,
you.
what the fuck? Like, I don't like this at all. But of course, I still went.
You gotta go at that point.
I mean, you have to.
You have to.
I don't know. See,
But speaking of that moment, okay, was I the only one that picked up on that look he gave her? So she's like, let me call my friends and tell them or whatever. So he's just been messing with the gate. She goes off to talk to her friends, and he's like smiling because he just made out with her on the hood of the car or whatever. And she's on the phone. Yeah, I talked to him, blah, blah, blah. And he gives her this look like he was going to do something.
Yeah, he did. He did look at her where I thought it was like a trust issue. Like, did she have a boyfriend or something like that? Like, is she cheating on him? But then she said her friend, and she walked a distance to talk. So I don't know if it was like a jealousy thing. Like he's thinking she's talking to some other dude, or I really don't know. It's like
could have been a here we go again situation. I mean, they've only been dating for 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean?
You got to remember, they were only together for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, like that. If she's talking to somebody else, who cares? Like, it's 2 weeks. You're not even really that damn serious.
Tom and his toxic masculinity care.
Yeah.
Well, that, let's think about it. He booked the hotel without even asking her.
Oh, that's true.
I was being romantic. That doesn't work that soon.
Being romantic.
That doesn't work that soon. You got to give it time. And then you're like, okay, I'm with her. We live together maybe, or we're dating. We've been together for maybe let's say a year, just to be safe. So you kind of know each other. I know she's off these days, so let me get a hotel for us. Boom, and surprise her. But he shouldn't have said, bring your friends and all this other bullshit, because then she invites her friends somewhere where you're not even going to be. That's fucked up. That's selfish, Tom.
This is why I think Max was the hero of the entire film.
Wow.
Max watched her in the bathroom and saw what was happening and
he
wanted to save her from Tom. We're done.
We all hate Tom.
The end. Okay, let's talk about the end really quick.
Okay.
Anybody like the end?
I did.
I did.
I wanted this. Okay, so it set it up. It's weird. It's like he's just sitting there like, come at me. So he's proving a point. Like, now you're mad at me. Come kill me. I really want to know what the hell if she hit him. Like,
I know.
Oh, like, come on. I'm like, you ended right there, man, motherfuckers. But it was a weird, like, I've never seen it ending like that before. So that was interesting. It was just, I thought it was a trick again. I thought he's like, come on, and he was going to do something, then it was going to end. Mm-hmm. Or she actually runs him down and she just keeps going. You just see the license plate and the lights in the distance type ending. But it did. It just ended there, and I was like, wow, okay. Interesting.
Very.
I definitely think she hit him. The speed she was going.
Oh, yeah, she was flying. That's why I was hoping to see it. I wanted to see it. I was like, I need to see blood in this
out of the way of that shit.
He's disintegrated.
I did want to see it too, James, but I feel like the way it ended, they ended it for that reason, for this conversation right here that we're having. Like, what did she stop at? The last split second somehow? Did he somehow get out of the way? What happened? Or did she just run through him? And she's probably thinking like, "This is what you should have fucking did earlier, Tom. But you're a bitch. Now you're a dead one."
It's probably that.
We should also think the only time
or it could be his thing where he's a serial killer, and he gets out of the way just in time, and she's like nicks him or something. He survives. And she gets the blame for the dude in the trunk, in her trunk, and running him down in the road.
It's very Saul-esque.
Yeah, it sets him up for the next kill.
Psychologically. But let's think about it this way. She never cries when she sees Tom dead. She doesn't cry. The only time she shows any cry for like 20 seconds is when she's so frustrated at Tom being a dick. And I thought that was really interesting. She doesn't cry when she knows that she could be killed. She doesn't cry when she's just like solid through the whole thing.
That's a great point too.
She did take a while to say, Tom, kill him instead. And Tom looked at her and was like, he just curled up in a ball.
He's a bitch. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me you have a knife to the back of my wife's head and I'm driving a car. I'm going to slam on the brakes so you can fly out the window. And then when you hit the windshield, I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to kill you actually. But
Matt said that. He said you could have done that.
I thought about that.
I
thought about that, but let's say you take matters into your hands, right? The guy doesn't have seatbelts off. You hit a tree or you fucking slam the brakes and he goes forward with the momentum. That knife is going into the back of her skull either way, right? Because he's holding her like this.
There's a possibility.
So if he jerks forward, she's going to jerk forward too, but
you find out he has no knife.
At that point, that's when y'all get out the car together and curb stomp his ass.
I mean, to start out, though, again, you're not picking this person up. But for the movie's sake, it's like, okay, this motherfucker's in your car and he's acting weird. Like, you're going to get 2 seconds to say some crazy shit. You're going to get one chance. I'm going to pick a random person up. You're going to get one chance to be disrespectful and you're getting the fuck out.
I was hopeful that he was, like, part of hey, we got to get out of here, like he was playing initially, and then it very quickly changed. I was just like, this dude's up to something. Like the first 2 seconds, I'm like, okay, cool, they're gonna save somebody, maybe they'll get out of here, because especially after that shit just happened where somebody just pulled this chick out of the car, and he's like, yo, we gotta get out of here. Okay, he knows what's up, he's with us, we out. But then it's like, fuck.
My thinking would be, random white guy in the woods, should I pick him up? Fuck no. I've seen way too many movies where that's just a terrible idea.
Any white people in the woods. That's how every bad thing happens. So.
But the thing is, though, is I feel like,
but if you see a white person in the woods, whatever which way they're walking, just go the opposite way. You're safe. Because we heard something and we're going towards it.
like,
I agree with this. 100%.
I'm like, hey, Bigfoot's over here. I heard him.
Man,
I'm that type. I know. I admit it. It's the caucasity.
It is like, even Jenny will say like something horrible will happen. I'll be like, I'm the first to go over there and be like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah,
and Jenny's
exactly.
like, hell no, don't go over there.
Yeah.
She's like, so I wanted to stay overnight in the severely haunted house with the angry ghost. However, I'm like, of course you did.
I did. Yeah, I really did.
Same here.
time out. You got to tell this story. You have to, because that's interesting.
When I lived in the UK, there's a place in Pontefract. It's 30 East Drive. It's supposed to be the most haunted house in the UK. And so for New Year's one year, me and Chris, who is my partner, we're like, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and like hang out with people in this haunted house. It'll be really exciting. And yeah, I thought it was amazing. Apparently this black monk like haunts people and he used to kill people. It's really nice. It's really cool. But anyways, Chris had a really bad experience in there where basically the door like hit him in the head and it was a closed door.
Wow.
And he was like, I'm done with this. And I was like, cool, okay. So you can spend the night, right? So I was like, let's spend the night here, obviously. And he's like, no, I'll wait in the car. And I was like, I can't do that to my husband, like have him wait in the car. Like that's not really nice. So I didn't get to spend the night, but I really wanted to. And then we got to hold the Alice box and it kept telling me Malevolent. And I was like, that's great. I really want to hang out and see what's going on. I know.
See, that would be me. Me too. I would stay there too. Like, go wait in the car. I'll stay in there.
Thank you.
I'll call you when I need a ride.
Yeah.
No. You just said this place is haunted by something that's violent and deadly, but it's really nice and sounds fun. I don't know what's really nice and fun about violent and deadly and murder.
Right.
I mean, to me, like, I don't think it would be Chris's choice to ever be like, he's a good sport. Like, he's taken me to a lot of ghost hunts in the UK. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Jenny would probably still spend the night, I think.
Absolutely. I get more brave when I'm with her.
That's
Mostly because the things are always super attracted to her.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the ride.
It's because she'll push you and trip you and take you, and then she gets out of there.
Nope, I couldn't go.
She's an early detection system. She knows when shit's going down before anybody else.
Seriously, I really want to. I want to do a live podcast at a haunted location.
Let's all do it.
That was
That would
like
be
our
dope.
plan initially, and then COVID hit. That was our plan for our podcast, was to go to each place. And then COVID happened, and now we're like, okay, we make plans like every 6 months. We're like, okay, in this many months, we're going to go blah, blah, blah. And then this shit keeps happening.
Yeah.
You Ghostbuster?
I think it'll be fun.
We'd love for you guys to go on a ghost hunt with us, though.
Oh, that would be a blast.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I would be terrified. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even bring a guy here. I'd be scared shitless. I'd probably be just hanging out in the car with Chris. Like, look, man, this guy's crazy. Let's just leave and go get something to eat.
I'll join you shortly.
We could have like the husband pile where, you know, you guys can like go over there. And then Jenny and I will just
bring y'all's wives, and we'll just take the wives. I guarantee that's how it would end up.
Well, no, James said he would go. My wife, I don't know if she would go or not. If it's like real, if there's ghosts in there, she's not gonna go.
My girl's not down. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say my wife leans to the no.
Oh man, we need some women in here. Like,
unless she's with me, I think she'll do it. Just like say, stay close, and she'll be like, okay, for you, I'll go. But other than that, if she's not gonna volunteer by herself, you know.
Nope.
The funny thing is, I don't like fake haunted houses.
I'll
go into a real one, but I don't like fake ones. Like those things are
They're
bullshit.
annoying.
Somebody bit me in one time.
They would have got elbowed.
Back at Astroworld. Yeah, at Astroworld, which was our only theme park in Houston, which why? But they used to have every year they had Fright Fest, and that year they had an Alice Cooper themed sponsored haunted house. It was called Alice Cooper's Nightmare. And it was amazing, but I was like trying to book it. I left my whole group. I was like running. I would find random strangers to like hold on to their backs. And by the time I got out, my arm was like aching. And I lifted up my sleeve and I had a human bite on my arm.
Wow.
Who would
And I
bite
was
you?
I don't know. Probably one of the strangers I grabbed, but
maybe it was a real haunted place. It's just they made it like a fake thing. You got bit by a ghost. Yeah.
There you go. That's change the story to that.
But I don't like fake haunted houses. It's not it's not scary. I just think it's just corny. It's like nothing's like you turn around the corner, you know who's gonna pop. You're like, here's a guy with a chainsaw. Get ready, guys. I'm with that with movies too. I'm not people think I joke. I'm not joking. Since I was younger, I watched everything in my room by myself. Scary. I see what's coming. Like I can see what's coming. Like here's a jump scare. 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Here it goes. And it's
I love that feeling though. The gut feeling.
Yeah.
I wish I had it.
You know what you need to do? You need to do what I do now when I watch horror movies and play horror games. Like when you see me playing Resident Evil 7 and jumping, screaming, smoke first.
Nah, it gives me tunnel vision, man.
Yeah, sounds like he knows the formulas. He should be writing his own movies.
I know even more. I'm like, oh, here we go.
There's actually an amazing horror movie that you guys should all watch, or maybe Jenny and I can come back on y'all's show.
Okay, hey, that's fine. Hey, that's fine. Anytime.
It's about haunted houses, and it's called The House is October Built.
I seen it.
Oh, I love it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was crazy. Like the whole group.
Did she just go English on us?
She did.
She lived in UK for 3 years. Right?
3 years.
I'm tripping over here. I'm like,
I know people always say it, and I'm like, I'm from Houston.
Yeah, yeah, that's the movie where they looked up for like a realistic, where they can basically do anything, they hit you or whatever. It's like a haunted place they go to, but they did something, and a group of the people are running it, like follow them. Yeah, that movie is pretty good. I seen it like I want to say right before COVID. I think I watched it.
Yeah.
I believe I have it on like list to watch, but I didn't put it on. I'll add it to the wheel. I just messaged it in the group chat so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Add it to the wheel.
Yeah, I like that one, but I won't give too much information in case we do.
Oh, we're gonna review it, James.
Hey, Sturdy, I got a quick question for you.
I may have an answer.
This podcast this evening. Who's it brought to us by?
Oh, yes. You know who was brought to us by, Chris. The best CBD in the world. You know what that CBD is called, Chris? It's called HEMPARITA.
HEMPARITA.
That's after the drink, Chris. Anyways, go to ihemparita.com. Use promo code SURF30 and save yourself 10%. You can get these shooters right here, or you can get the gummies. This little shooter bottle is actually 2 servings. I usually do the 2 servings myself, but you don't have to. Go to ihemparita.com. You spend over $50, you get free shipping. You use promo code SURF30. You save yourself 10%.
Thank you, Jenny.
And it's a great CBD. It is an amazing CBD. It's legal in all 50 states. Canada, I'm trying. I talked to the owner when I was in Colorado last week. I did talk to Dakota. I'm trying. It's just tough to get you guys. You just become a 51st state and you can get it. That's my advice. You'll get it faster that way. But go check out that HEMPARITA, people. It's delicious. Back to
sold. I'm gonna HEMPARITA.
I know. I've been trying
here.
ever since I started watching you guys. I was like, God, I gotta get that HEMPARITA. Like, for real. Like,
oh yeah, I'm telling. If it's
I have CBD and hemp and just everything.
Yeah, this is lime flavor. The shooters are lime flavor. They're also delicious if you are a drinker and you want to pour them in your mixed drinks instead of getting them in the lime. Get a little HEMPARITA, and you'll get like a nice light, not like a high feeling, but more of like a relaxed. Now you do this when you're smoking. If you're a smoker, you're gonna be on cloud 9. Trust me.
That sounds like exactly like the amount of high I like to get.
Yeah. So
like I like go real slow when I smoke because I like to be like super in control of my limit of it. Because I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like it, but I hate when I I get to that point where I say shit and then 2 seconds later I realize I've said it. Like, that's the limit that I hit. If
Oh,
I
just
like you
keep
at that.
smoking.
I
That's
love
why I don't drink. Because I can still filter myself if I'm.
Yes, Blue Moon. It's great with Blue Moon. It's great with any. Like I've done it with plenty of mixed drinks, and I love it. Or beer, or whatever, or just drink it straight.
Vodka, Jenny?
I was gonna say that sounds perfect with
Mm.
vodka or tequila.
Actually,
I compare it to a wine.
Yeah, didn't you do a cranberry and
drunkenness.
vodka something with it or something earlier?
Ooh,
Something
a
that was like
Cape
purple or
Cod.
pink.
I'll tell.
I want to know this story that
I
just
know
popped up.
that's what.
This just
Henry?
happened last week. I was visiting. Shout out to my brother Henry. I was
Hi,
visiting
Henry.
last week. I was with
What up?
last week in Colorado, and one of the nights, I don't remember what night it was. We were both high as shit, and I had a soda in my hand. What the hell? I guess you would call it a weed not influence.
Infused.
Thank you, James. Infused soda in one hand, and a hemparita in the other hand. The soda was half gone. The hemparita, I had literally just took the top off. I was sitting there for about 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out which one I wanted to drink. I couldn't decide. I was staring at the TV because we were watching a movie. What movie? Couldn't tell you. So I was like, yo, Henry. I was like, you want this hemparita? He was like, nah. I was like, well, can you just take it for a second? And he put it over on the table for me. And I finished the soda. And about 2 minutes later, I was like, yo, can I get the hemparita back? But I literally could not. Like, I was just stuck. Like, I could not decide which one I wanted to drink. And I couldn't figure out if I wanted to mix them or not. I didn't know what to do. I was just, yeah.
That's a good Colorado time. Is what
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah.
Colorado. That wasn't even I think that was the second time or the first time. Another part it was the second time. We were at a con out there where I met Murr, and again, I smoked before we went into the con. I was high as fuck before we went to the con, and we're inside. I'm just standing there up against the wall, and some guy walks by me in cosplay like Hydra, and he gave me like one of the Hail Hydra cards. But my high ass had no idea what the hell happened. Just standing next to me, Henry just standing next to me, just laughing his ass off. He told me then, but then he told me like later on. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Wow.
No clue what was going on at all. But
I feel like a con would be a really fantastic place to walk around high.
it
Like, fucking magical, right?
I looked nervous. It was amazing. I was nervous and confused. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, you had a pretzel as well. I just saw that.
A big ass pretzel.
Oh, good choice.
Oh no, not me. Him. His high ass was standing next to me in the big ass pretzel.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice, though.
It is.
Mm.
But that was I was stuck in like my own universe for those two moments.
The real
Yeah, what's
question:
going
did
on?
you dip the pretzel in anything?
Yeah.
It has
Only
to-
one right answer.
It's cheese.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Beer
he
cheese.
Beer cheese, right?
beer cheese.
Yes.
all right. I have to ask this very important question because I ask this question all the time. Jenny and Liz, are you guys big fans of cheese?
Fuck yes.
Like
See?
It's such a random question.
He says this question all the time. Because he's basically saying all white people love cheese.
I'm not
Oh,
white.
Jenny's not white.
Yeah,
Now
there
we're
you go,
really
man.
offended.
Yeah. And I tell him I love cheese.
I can't eat cheese.
That ain't none of
I
my
love
business, though.
cheese so much. I will put cheese on anything
Me too.
or pickles.
I'm
Oh, God.
exactly
Jenny's
the same way.
obsessed with pickles.
Nope.
See, if I have cheese, I have to have it with some. I can't just have cheese by itself. It's
No, I could
No.
walk around the house.
When I want a snack, I'll go grab just a piece of queso fresco until dinner's ready and just
Queso Blanco, baby.
There you go. There you go.
no.
I'm the
Yeah,
same exact way.
I can walk around slicing a block of mozzarella, those 16-ounce blocks, Gabalni, Polio, fucking store. I don't give a shit. I'm walking around with a knife. I got pulled over in college and pulled out of the car with like 6 other people, and I was still cutting my block of cheese. Luckily, the cop was nice enough to let me keep my knife and keep eating.
You bring
Well, I was
cheese
gonna
on the
say,
go
did
like
you do it the
that?
manly
We were
way?
coming from
Like,
Walmart, all right? I just grabbed a block.
This is an image that I'm like really now thinking about. Is you just sit in a car slicing cheese
Well,
just
like the old
randomly?
It
man
would
and
be
their
funny.
old men and
There
their
was
apples.
festivities and partaking beforehand for like an hour or two.
It
So
would be funny. Because usually a block, you just rip it open and break pieces. But he has like a knife and he's
Or
like,
eat bites out of it. Like
The cop's like, "Can you guys step out of the car?" I looked at him. I rolled down my windows in the back seat, and I'm like, "I can if my cheese and my knife can come with me, because other than that, I didn't do shit, and I'm not driving." He's like, "Yeah, you can get it out. That's fine. You can keep it with you." Okay. He just stood by me while his partner checked everything else and everybody else, and I just kept eating my block of mozzarella, bro.
He's on the side of the road just eating
Maybe
cheese.
they see that a lot more than we actually think. Maybe that's a common thing where people just eat cheese in the car like that, and we
with a 6-inch switchblade.
Chris,
Cops open up the trunk, they see blocks, they think it's like blocks of cocaine, and it's just blocks of cheese.
Yep.
Bricks of parm.
Find drugs.
Oh,
What about baked brie though? Baked brie is like
brie is good.
baked brie.
So I had it one time, and someone served it with like a jam, like fruit,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, so this is how much I like cheese. They're like, oh, I took a cracker, I put some of the brie on, and they're like, my wife was past me the fruit. I was like, whoa, why are you trying to ruin the taste of the cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Get that shit away from me.
Cover it up.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's good with stuff. It's great with. It's not great by
Here's I call
It depends on the type of cheese if you're gonna eat it by itself. Okay.
I call this is the fat brain side of me. Okay, sorry. There's a restaurant in New York City. You go there, and whatever you order, they come up with a side, and it's a block of cheese. It's like hot, and they cut off the top layer, and they just tip it. It looks like lava of cheese comes on your food. I want to go there.
I'm with it.
Yeah, those melting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yum.
Y'all
Or
ever
a
see where
juicy
they?
Lucy.
Yes. Have you seen where they take those Parmesan wheels and they like hollow them out and then put spaghetti in them?
I'd never seen that.
See,
That's a thing.
that sounds interesting. Like that, I would try because there's more than just cheese. It makes more sense
It's
to
not
me.
plain.
I'll eat around the spaghetti. Get full, but here's the
Spaghetti just falls out, and it's just a bowl of spaghetti now. Some big old spaghettis.
Oh man!
All right, so you have all these notes.
Yes. Any other key factors?
Like some cool deep dives, something. I know you have stuff in there.
Can
I
I
have
just
stuff.
tell y'all my favorite quote
Yes,
Yes.
go
real
on.
quick? Because I want to hear all of Liz's stuff. And I want Liz to talk about this too. My notes are not nearly as interesting, I'm sure. It's literally, I'm a quote person. Where he talks about, God, what did he say? Really exploring his maleness there.
Mm.
I had to mention that because Liz brought up that toxic masculinity, and I was like,
Very toxic.
right there
Yeah,
was like,
that's true. Yeah,
he was the hero.
you can say he was the hero to the extreme. Could have done something different,
Yeah.
But he
could
was like,
not
"I'm gonna
be
teach this motherfucker." He just torments everybody.
But I think
he
it's
really did. But
Jenny's
I
spot
guess,
on.
in a sense, he let her get away. And the reason why I say that is because after he whooped Tom's ass and threw him in the trunk, he could have killed her when she was like out walking around and running around loose. He
Yeah.
fucked with her, which was terrible, but he at least let her get away.
Yeah, I think his main mission was never to kill her.
Yeah, I don't think she was the objective.
No. But I agree with Jenny. I think that was just kind of like, really proving his maleness or whatever you said, right, Jenny? Like that was perfect because it's like, because the whole time he was just trying to add this bravado of being way tougher than he is. And especially, as a female, Jenny and I can attest to like when a man does that, especially, it's always like, oh no, here we go. Like it's the worst.
Oh, we get that too. Don't think we see the thing with us is we do another show called Popcorn and Pints, right? And we do all kinds of movies, and we let our significant others pick movies, and of course they picked a lot of chick flicks, and we picked out the toxicity in those quote unquote romantic movies. There's nothing romantic about those movies at all.
Yeah,
a lot of forceful, like The Notebook is one. When what's his face is hanging like this on the Ferris wheel, like go out with me, I'm gonna drop myself. That's not. There's nothing cute about that.
That's manipulative.
Yeah,
The whole relationship
exactly.
was kind of manipulative, and I'm like, how do you not see it? How do you, lady? You pick out when we leave the one napkin on the sink and talk about that for months, but you can't see that Ryan Reynolds is toxic. Come on now. And
Too
you
pretty.
watch it like 1,000 times, know the movie word for word, and love it. I'm like, you don't see that.
Yeah,
And when I pointed it out to my wife, now that she watches the movie different, watches those type of movies a little bit different, but still has like her feels for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that movie for the first time like 2 years ago.
Me too. Well, not 2 years. Me was like 2 months ago, James, when we reviewed
It
it.
was
Yeah.
around there. Yeah.
I felt like I was the only person who didn't watch that movie. I mean, Liz and I have known each other forever. I don't think we have ever gone and watched a romantic film unless you count Brokeback Mountain,
Which is hot.
right? And that was the only reason we went to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
In that one. But
You ever seen Brokeback
I
I was
Mountain?
romance
Heath
stuff.
Ledger and Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal.
I watched Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But
oh no, I don't.
Yeah, it's not the movies I go to. I watched it because a female was watching it, and I was watching it with her.
Yep.
But
Well,
it's not
me and I
my
are
thing.
not
I'm more
into it.
paranormal movies. I'm more
Yeah.
into the paranormal
Horror realm.
horror realm. Yeah,
Or we'd go see comedy.
Yeah.
once in a while comedy. You get in the mood for a
Nacho
comedy.
Libre
Yeah,
and Talladega Nights type.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I love Nacho Libre. I love Jack Black. I've even gotten in a fight with somebody about how Jack Black would be the one celebrity that he's my number one. And
That's
like,
her
of
hall
course,
pass.
yeah, that's my hall. Well, I'm never gonna do that, but like, you know, I love Jack Black. I just love him. So yeah, he's
Wow.
perfect. There's nothing wrong with him. He's perfect. He'll sing to you. He'll eat with you.
Yeah, Tenacious
Perfect
D.
man.
He'll
Yeah.
dance.
He'll
Look at his
dance?
dancing. I mean,
It's the same dance all the time. It's like making fun of like a medieval pipe player. You know, the
he'll
flute.
mouth trumpet.
Yeah, like he does the skip. He does the skip, like he scats and shit, like weird stuff.
You can't
But
be in
no,
a bad
he's
mood around him.
No, he's entertaining. I guess he's in real life, he's a really cool guy and everything. He got a TikTok.
Oh,
And he does. So, yeah, he's crazy.
He's animated. I can see it.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
a very animated actor. There's
Yeah,
another
he's
animated actor that sucks, but his name is Nicolas Cage. We all know that.
So tell me
Yeah.
about why you hate Nicolas Cage so much. You and Jenny, I want to hear this.
I don't like his face, his voice, his acting.
No.
I was like, I can put my mic down now because this is gonna be a while. I'm gonna eat my dinner.
I make the joke all the time, but I feel like it would really happen if you guys are familiar with Family Guy. Like when Peter and the chicken show up, they just automatically start fighting. Like that's how I feel about Nicolas Cage. I feel like we just start fist fighting all around the whole place. And then,
That's funny.
you know,
I always laughed about that. Like, I think I'm not a fan of his acting. The only really movie I really did like with him in it that I can say I really liked is Con Air.
It's a good movie.
I like Con Air. Like, I watched that years ago, and I didn't
You
mind
mean-
that movie.
You didn't like The Sorcerer's Apprentice either?
No. No, thanks.
Come on.
I did like what's it?
I didn't like
The
Ghost
one where
Rider.
he's in Vegas.
Oh,
Leaving Las Vegas or Honeymoon in Vegas?
I think it's
I think
Leaving
she
Las
mixed it up.
Vegas. It's Leaving Las Vegas.
That one was but
Yeah.
was
But
my
yeah,
husband knows the biggest way to piss me off is to be like, "Hey babe, did you know there's a new movie coming out? It's got your
That's
favorite
Aaron
guy
right
in it."
there.
And I'm just
That's
like,
Aaron right there. I made him watch Willy's Wonderland.
why
Yeah.
are you even fucking telling me?
So here's the problem with having two movie podcasts and asshole friends is they know how I feel about Nicolas Cage, so they're just like, oh shit, let's just throw this on the wheel because Aaron's gonna have to watch it because we got to review it, and that's what James does, Chris does, and the other guys do all the time.
That's why we made the hate wheel.
Yes,
But what about Mandy? Did you not like Mandy?
I didn't.
Honestly, I never seen Mandy.
I don't think I've seen it.
I didn't see it yet.
I did
Me
for a
either.
podcast not too long after it came out. I didn't like it. It was just, and not even just because of him. It was just too much. It was way too slow. And
Worst movie, Wicker Man.
Ugh.
I did say something
The
nice about
original's
Nicolas
good.
Cage in that movie, though. I said he had a cool tiger shirt on, which that's positive. Other than that, and like the weapon he had was pretty cool. But other than that, I just didn't care for it.
Here's the good question. I gotta ask this.
I
If
haven't seen
you
that.
walked into a room
Mhm.
and Nicolas Cage and Donald Trump were both in it, you could only
Chris is like, I'll get out this one.
And I can only I'm listening.
Look what you
could
started.
only punch one person in the fucking face.
Oh man.
Look how he's really contemplating. Look at this.
This is tough. I'll
It's
have to say,
tough.
this is really tough. Because I've disliked Nicolas Cage a lot longer than I've disliked Donald Trump. I'll have to say Donald Trump because he was a lot more harmful to like masses of people. Nicolas Cage, I can turn it. I don't have to see Nicolas Cage. I can turn his movies off. Well, actually, that's a damn lie because of these guys. But yeah,
Hey, you can hit him hard enough where he falls into Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
That's a good
Get
point.
it like two.
yeah.
I
I
would
like
try.
that.
You're just like, hey, just stand here, stand right here. Hey, Nick, make sure you don't run. Stand right behind him. Just hit him really hard, and hopefully
Yeah.
flies into him, knocks him into the wall. His
But
head
the
splits
brunt
open.
should definitely go to Donald.
That's funny.
I like how
Yeah.
you stormed out on that one, Chris.
Here, that shit quick.
Did I miss something?
He's like fucking chairs flying across the room. He's like, I'm out of here.
I can't stand the fucking Cheeto. I can do Nick Cage. I can't do the Cheeto.
But here's the thing about Nick Cage. It says a lot about like who he is as a person because his best friend in the world, I don't know if Jenny knows this, but she'll understand,
Oh
is
God.
Vince Neil from Motley Crue.
Fucking A.
Interesting.
Two fucking
Of course he
idiots.
is.
Yeah,
Of course he
exactly.
is. Like
Two idiots.
massive egomaniacs that have no actual clue where their place is in the world anymore. Like,
He's so mad. Oh man, I feel bad for Nicolas Cage's parents. Like, is that your
have y'all
son?
ever Nicolas
my
Cage's parents? Have y'all ever seen Motley Crue live?
Oh, don't.
No.
She's like, oh, don't do it. It was the fucking worst thing. We were so excited to go see Motley Crue together, and Vince Neil could not get through
The Muffin Man.
a fucking line
No.
of a single song. It was literally just like him bringing it out to the audience every time. And
He's
then
like, help me, I forgot the words.
yeah, and then Steven
Yeah.
Tyler, because Aerosmith played right after them. Steven Tyler just fucking blew him out of the water, like old enough to be his dad, and was just
Yeah.
like all over the place. And yeah, it was a
The-
terrible thing.
My favorite thing about us at that show, though, is Jenny and I were so happy about going. And then it was Vince Neil was just like a hot mess, being really horrible. And then finally we were like, this couldn't get any worse. And then they all panicked. You could tell the band was like panicked because nobody liked them. So they're like, let's put just a bunch of topless women on the
Oh
screens.
my god.
So then they
yeah.
just did that for like 30 minutes. And I was like, this is really weird. Like,
and
this
he
is
brought
just
his
really
wife
weird.
out. Vince Neil brought his wife out, just topless,
Yeah.
What the? F-
Wow, okay.
It was like,
Like,
really going for like
at an all
something.
ages concert.
Hmm.
brought his
Like
wife out.
topless or in like a bikini
No,
that could've
fully
been labeled?
fully topless.
Yeah.
Wanna see
nipples
my-
everywhere.
He's like, honey, I'm dying out here. Show your tits.
Yeah.
Basically, and
something
On the
Save
other
me.
hand, that's a dedicated woman, you know?
Yeah.
that is.
It also makes you
Bless
think
her.
what kind of drugs were they taking before the show started.
That's
Probably paid enough for him. You got to show him off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, this is going back to the whole like that's your wife. You don't. There's certain things like I put a ring on it. That's behind. You hide that behind the chair now. You don't got to see that. You don't get to see that. Not you don't got to. You don't.
I
get
mean, for all we know, she enjoyed it, but
Right.
True.
it did feel like it was very much a ploy.
Wow.
The whole 30 minutes
Shit,
of it.
what do we do?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it had no, like, there was no part of the show that it made sense with.
Which
Like,
made it even
wasn't
better.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like there were like stages of her in clothing and it just slowly got to that. It was just like, oh shit, people are not singing, people are booing, like, you know what? Boobs.
I mean, that does cheer people up. I can't lie. But
It was like a concert version of an 80s horror film.
Yeah, yeah,
Was it
basically.
Not the prices of tickets these days, man. That's one expensive strip club right there.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
Jenny
paying
and I
this
used
money.
to
I
get
don't care about
a
that.
lot of free tickets though, because her and I worked at a music store
Yeah.
together. So we
Oh,
would just go
that's
to concerts
nice.
for free all the time, which was
Mhm.
great. Because I wouldn't have wanted to pay for Vince Neil,
Nice. All right.
Not in that state.
not in that state. Yeah.
so, Jenny and Liz, what got you to in the horror, and what is a movie that scared you as a child that you remember?
I'll let you go
Jenny?
first.
Oh, they're both thrown into each other. You see this?
Oh.
Well, okay. So my first horror movie that I saw when I was 7, because I was raised by a dad who did not know any better. He rented Poltergeist for me because he thought it's PG, it's fine. And I don't think I slept for probably a month. I was so upset, but I loved it. I love it to this day. I was kind of fascinated. And then I don't know. I like horror. I've always liked horror. And then I just kept getting into it, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Jenny?
Oh, I'm not quite sure which one came first, but it was either Child's Play or the It miniseries, the original one that came out. I was in kinder, so it could have been either one because I think I saw that it was like 88. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to be up as a kid, and my older sisters got to be up, so I decided I needed to sneak out there and see what they were watching with the babysitter, which was my aunt, and it was Child's Play, and I
Sweet.
couldn't stop watching it. And same thing with it. Like, I fucking hate clowns so much because of that movie or miniseries, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like my parents were like, you can just hide your face if you get scared, which hi, you could just put me to bed, but whatever. But now I'm like super grateful for it because I just love horror. Like, I love the feeling of being that adrenaline. There's a little bit of adrenaline there. Now I have a 7-year-old of my own, and he is hooked on that feeling of knowing there's a jump scare coming or like, he was like 5 when he first realized. He was like, Mom, I think something's gonna happen. Did you hear that music? And I'm like, oh, my little genius. Like, but he loves that.
Learning.
Yep.
He loves it. So
see that I was just gonna ask if either one of you had children. If you do, would you let them watch horror? I think it's awesome because you just let them know this is make believe. Just like anything else they watch, this is make believe. You might not start. I mean, depending on your child, everybody knows your own child, but start them off with something simple maybe, and then kind of work their way up. For me, I started around 5. The movie I remember that scared me, I'm sure more did. The one that stands out is Creepshow 2, The Hitchhiker. Don't know why, because it's freaking hilarious. But as a kid, scared the hell out of me. I was terrified. And I would watch those type of movies like with my older brother and older cousins. I'd follow them around. And the only rule was, okay, don't wake up mom or don't wake up Aunt so-and-so because you know what's going to happen to all of us because we're letting you watch this damn movie. So don't wake them up because you're scared. We're all going to be chilling, hanging out in the living room, sleeping in the living room. And I just been hooked since.
So yours was 5. What about James and Chris? Like, how did y'all get in then?
I don't remember the age. I know it was like the same scenario. My aunt was at my house. I was sleeping, but it wasn't like she wasn't babysitting. It was my aunt and I think my parents and a couple other people. They were watching Night of the Living Dead, and I snuck out and I was watching it. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't remember being scared. I was young. I'm sure I was. But I don't think it kept me up or anything like that. But I was hooked since then. Then I started going towards horror movies. It was like back and forth with comedy and horror. Then horror started taking over. And then I was like Exorcist. Then it's Poltergeist. Then a movie called House. I watched that movie. It's called House. I watched it so many times when I was younger. It fascinated me, and it's on the wheel, Aaron. Making you watch it.
I'm gonna. And
can I ask what years y'all were born? Because I was born in 83.
I'm January 83.
6.
November 85.
So I feel like, don't you feel like though, like people our age though, we're kind of conditioned to love horror in a way. Like we grew up with the original Ghostbusters, like the cartoon and everything. Fucking Tales from the Crypt.
Scooby-Doo,
and then
which all had TV show syndications on Saturday mornings.
Unsolved Mysteries. I know that's not technically like a horror thing, but that fucking music.
Close,
and
yeah,
the
the
music
music,
put that
close
whole
enough.
thing together. Like I feel everybody like our age has kind of a little like
a
love for horror.
Then X-Files.
What was the one
came out?
Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon?
That was so good though. I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah.
And of course, then if you were into reading, which I love to read, was all the
Goosebumps.
R.L. Stein. Like
yeah.
And he mentioned Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood was the fucking best.
Oh
yeah.
Another funny story with Tales from the Hood, and guess who it was with? Freaking Henry. Hey, guess what? Another con. So this was about 5-6 years ago, I think. High again.
Seeing a pattern.
Theme in these.
And we were watching the movie, right? And at one point, he said he looked over at me, and I was smiling watching the movie, but I had my eyes closed. He's like, you were awake and sleep at the same time with a big ass grin on your face. And I was watching this movie, Tales from the Hood. Oh man,
It's good stuff.
Wow.
Tales from the Hood's good stuff.
it was hilarious. Would you say? Do we watch movies on the spot, live on the spot? I got a good suspenseful film on YouTube. With those, Aaron, I usually contact the creators and make sure that I can play them live and all that good stuff before I just do it for one. And as long as they're like a half hour or shorter, we'll do that. We'll do that for people. But yeah. So if you can get a hold of the creators and all that and they're okay with it, I would do it for sure. It's all about that whole, you know the word, James. Helping each other grow.
Mhm.
There you go.
I think I should spin this damn wheel now. I almost
Oh
forgot.
yeah.
While you do that, I'll go into my whole stories. My parents were a little bit, I guess, older school from certain things. Like I got a lot of the black and white stuff, so a lot of the
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
yeah, the Twilight Zone,
Yeah.
and up basically from that. I mean, I remember seeing The Invisible Man, all the normal horror movies and stuff like that, which scared me to a certain extent. But it wasn't until probably the early '90s, mid '90s, when like Child's Play and stuff started coming out. Like RoboCop had scared me at first because of like the
RoboCop.
gruesome shotgun scene,
okay.
bang, right, and then it's all weird. The guy was dead and in pieces, and then he's a robot.
I never
That scared
heard
the shit
anybody
out
get
of me
afraid of
forever.
RoboCop, but
Forever, that shit scared the shit out of me. And then I grew out of that, and then it was straight up Freddy Krueger and Chucky the whole time.
oh,
Till
shit.
forget about it till later in life, and I'm just like, you know what, I need to get over this, you know. But yeah, it was just all that old stuff, and like, you know, elements of Lost in Space, you know, doing different cartoons and stuff that my parents had. So all of that horror stuff just kind of transitioned over to, hey, I can actually watch this, because the method was put the hand over, you know what I mean? You're still watching, but you're trying to get around the hand because your parents are trying to cover it, you know what I mean? And it's just like, but I can still hear it.
Yeah.
I heard the squish of the knife, like,
Sometimes
you know what I mean?
that's
Like,
worse.
yeah, exactly. And then these guys know the story, but long story short, the day I actually watched Child's Play for the first time, my aunt had bought me a My Buddy doll, which was a like 2.5, 3 foot tall doll that resembled Chucky. She didn't know I was watching the movie. Comes over, here's this gift, and I am scared shitless for the next 12 years of my life.
That's funny.
That's
Oh, man.
that's
Yeah,
awesome. Too.
That thing got thrown down to the basement, got thrown under the stairs. Every time I walked or went up the stairs, I always skipped certain steps because he couldn't reach right to get my ankles and shit. Yeah.
My older male cousins locked me and their little sister in a shed with a My Buddy doll when we were kids.
Ah.
And I was like, what
No.
the fuck is
No.
this?
No,
I was
they
ready to
would
break
not.
a
They
window.
would. They
It
would have
had
no
a window.
longer been my brother and my cousin.
Like,
But
Valley of the what? Valley of the Ditches.
I never seen
Okay.
this.
I've never heard of this. This sounds like some shit Ibrahim picked.
Most likely.
yep.
Well, that's what we're doing Tuesday. Valley of the Ditches. I hope it's good. I hope it's good, but you know what's going to happen, guys? Chris and James, you guys already know this. Every time we get a good movie, the next like 6 are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be one of those.
It's still fun.
Yeah. Yes. Anybody have anything else they want to say about In Fear? All set with
Liz,
In Fear?
where'd the notes go?
Well, would you recommend this or would you watch it again?
Yes.
Yeah, I would watch it again.
Yeah. Yes to both.
Ladies?
Jen.
I would if I didn't have to pay to rent it again.
Gotcha.
I'd watch it for free again. My child
Irish.
has just watched it for the 3rd time, so
Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, I would recommend it. I would watch it again. I enjoyed it the first time. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th time seeing it. So yeah,
Oh.
definitely. Especially for somebody as like a gateway horror, because like what Jenny said, it's not gore really, and I think a lot of people maybe it could kind of gateway them a little bit. you know?
Nice.
I
Never
could-
even thought of that.
I agree with that. Like this is a good starter. Actually, to answer that question, yes, you can. And all I'm gonna say is I have it downloaded. I can email it. I'll tell you the details like off camera because yeah.
No,
But-
please do it on camera. We need to know everything.
Oh, no,
I
I'll
would-
tell you too.
I would watch it again to. Sorry to interrupt you. I'll watch it again just to get stuff I missed, like the quotes and everything, to hear them again.
That exactly, and this is one of those films to where you have to be really paying attention to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like a background noise type of film.
No,
At
not
all.
at all.
You really got to focus on this film, and that's what I love about it. That's what I enjoyed about it. I'll definitely watch it again. I'm actually gonna bump it up to an 8 because the quotes and stuff you guys are telling me about and just the conversations we had about this film. And I'm just like, it's a real fucked up film. It's not really gory like we all wish it was, but it's still fucked up. Like it's definitely a mind fuck for sure. And
Oh,
nobody likes Tom.
I have to ask this. Maybe one of you has an explanation for it. What was with him? So remember when he asks that he pulls his cut open a little more, and the whole thing was he saw them starting to hold hands. And he looks at them holding hands, and that's when he's like, digs into his cut and is like, oh, I'm bleeding. Do you have a napkin or something? I kind of wondered if that also had something to do with him watching her. Like, maybe that wasn't the beginning of when he was watching her.
Ooh.
Oh, like he's been a stalker for a while.
Yeah.
Like, how did he know what was in the glove box, right? Or what she was going to find in there?
Well, I think he put it at some point.
Oh,
and
he
just the
planned
fact that
everything.
He seemed jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't
he seemed jealous of them holding hands, and I don't know.
that pamphlet that Tom had that was in the glove box? Didn't Tom throw that out the window earlier? A little earlier?
Yeah.
Because
So he picked it up and he put it right back in the car. Yeah. He took her clothes.
Yeah, which is just
Like-
weird. Took all of them and just threw them all over the place.
Then it's funny too. He gave her gas so she could drive just to set up for the rest of his plan.
Yeah,
He's lucky. He's
I
like,
love
they
it.
ran out of gas. He's like, motherfucker, I got to get gas for you now. So
I remember-
it's just a torment. It tormented him through the whole thing. It was crazy.
that's what made the movie good, though. Like, you needed him. You needed that character, because if it was just them driving around, if it was similar to Wrong Turn, it would just be another Wrong Turn, but not as good. But because it's the way they did it with this guy, where this guy is really intelligent and just a fucked up individual, it's like, yeah, this was a really good film. It was a great choice.
I'm glad you liked it because you gave me zero indication of your feelings for the past week. So I was like, oh no, what if I go on and he just destroys me about this?
I could, but that's the whole thing, though, because if I would have told you how I felt about it, then it wouldn't be as entertaining on the show, or just like
It's true.
you wouldn't have that much anticipation. Well, I'm not saying you wouldn't to come on the show, but as far as like, okay, well, I already know what he thinks of the movie, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Like when I told you before, we really don't tell each other what we feel about the movie. Just maybe it's okay or whatever, but we're not giving a rating or going deep dive or nothing until we hit record.
Yeah.
We
I think
might
that's
give
fair.
each other a what the fuck or Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, what just
Yeah.
happened or what did we just watch? And that's pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah.
If that, this we didn't even say shit to each other for.
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm glad. Thank y'all for letting me pick, by the way, because I felt
Hey,
very
yeah.
special. So thank
Anytime.
you.
Of course, yeah. Well, because I know you said you like with the scheduling and stuff, so I was like, it'd be easier if you just pick the movie and I just throw it on when you're free versus me throwing it on the wheel and then, hey, are you free this Tuesday or Thursday? But I will say, I'm not cutting it off now, but if you guys want to come on again, you're definitely more than welcome to.
I got to say thank you for picking a good movie that I didn't need to gouge my eyes out of.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just wait. Jenny's gonna pick next time. We'll have to think of something all together.
Okay. I'm gonna guess. It has something to do. It has gore in it.
I'm gonna go ahead and nominate The Greasy Strangler right now.
Oh.
Greasy Strangler. Chris, can you type
Okay,
that in the chat?
I'm not actually nominating that, but now I want y'all to watch it.
We will. Man,
Because
we're
I
gonna
thought
do it.
maybe one of you had watched it and would know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No.
I heard it.
Was it the
So-
Greasy Traveler?
Strangler.
Greasy Strangler. Yeah.
I heard of it from another podcast and actually meant to watch it and just forgot.
I never heard of it.
It's kind of like it's like horror, but very like Tim and Eric kind of
What does that even mean?
grossish, funny, like gross funny. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but it does
Gross
involve some naked old man and
Oh god.
and some
down.
interesting prosthetics.
Oh,
Where
man.
this is going.
Where's the rating on this
It's
one?
kind of trauma-esque. A
Okay,
little trauma-esque.
yep.
You know what I mean? Like Tromeo and Juliet.
Henry.
I can't be the only one that knows.
Wow.
It's horrible.
Well, we're definitely gonna have to review that movie now, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we do save that for when Liz and I come back on, because
Yeah.
now I really want to talk to y'all about it.
Oh, okay.
I
I
mean,
want to hear Jane's thoughts on it.
you guys can literally come on whenever any Tuesday or Thursday you guys want to come on and join us. You're more than welcome. Even if we have a guest.
If we're watching this, I think it's only fair for you to watch Blood Lake.
Ooh.
Like, because I've heard about this several times that I need to watch it because it's the worst movie that I'll ever see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to watch that. Maybe we do a double feature then.
I'm not doing it
movie.
again.
Oh, it's fried in my head. I memorized this thing. I don't need to watch that shit.
This is the extent of me talking about that movie. Just to tell people, if you think you saw a bad movie, you should check this one out.
Yes.
Oh my God. So what happens in this? Now I need to
Well,
know.
you'll have to find out.
Spoiler. And here's the reason why, though. Here's the reason why we want so many people to watch it. Here's a couple of reasons. One, I feel like as far as horror movies go, if you're gonna watch the best, you should watch the worst as well. Just so they're in that conversation. Like, I've watched the worst movie ever, and if you watch Blood Lake, you really did watch the worst movie ever. And then two, there's an open challenge right now. If you find a movie and we review it and we all agree that it's worse than Blood Lake, you're gonna get one of these: free Horror Research 30 shirt and mug.
I mean, I want in with the Greasy Strangler. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I have zero doubt that.
I'll say this to you as well. Watch Blood Lake before you make that statement. Because
Yeah, because we had Kyle, I believe it was. No, it wasn't Kyle. Sean.
it was Sean.
Cocky. He knew he had the movie until he watched Blood Lake. Then he said, "I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to tell you the movie. You don't need to watch those because it's not."
There's no point.
James, he said,
Yeah, it's no point.
he was like, I have like 4 movies, and then
He said he had 4 movies. That's worse.
and like he messaged me, he was like, "Fuck."
It's like, I was
I was like,
wrong.
I told you, man. Like it's
bad. And we're not talking about cheesy bad. We're talking about just the whole setup. The act, everything is just bad.
It's
Is it like The Room? Is it like The Room? You know,
Worse
have
than
you seen
The
The Room movie?
It's worse than The Room. I'd rather watch The Room like 3 times in a row.
Oh man.
I hate to
That's
say
a
it,
lot.
I'd rather watch a Nicolas Cage movie than Blood Lake.
Wow.
Whoa.
Jenny's offended.
Even the City of Angels again, Aaron? Where he's creepy as fuck.
City of Angels.
Yeah, I'd have.
Oh, he's a creep angel.
The creep angel, yeah. He had the V-neck showing his chest hair.
This is the cage the whole movie.
Fucking weird.
Hey, girl, you see me? I see
Yeah, you see me? I see you.
I love you. I'm gonna be here with you forever.
Fucking weird.
You sure? I love you. I love you. I'm still here.
Yes, we reviewed
Hi.
that.
Hey.
It was a
Doesn't she
double.
get like kicked? Like not kicked. Doesn't she get hit by like a car?
Yeah, at the end,
One.
riding a bike.
Oh,
She gets in a car accident. Where he just became human.
oh,
That's
tragic.
some shit.
She knocked the divinity out his ass.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Well,
Yeah, it's one of those movies.
yeah. I
But
think
no,
the kind of movie
that's
Jimmy
better
would
than
know.
Blood Lake.
Well,
By far.
I'm curious now. Like,
Me too.
I know.
I think I'm
How
gonna
do you
watch
watch
it
Blood
tonight.
Lake? Yeah, where is it? How do
It's
I watch it?
free on Tubi.
It's free on,
Tubi.
If
Okay.
you have the Tubi app.
Okay.
You know.
and
To
it's
do that.
listen. After you don't make Blood Lake be the reason you don't come back on the podcast, please.
Just delete all
What if I
contact.
really like it? Will you let me back on?
Oh,
So,
yes. We want to
pieces-
know how
Waiting for
and
somebody,
why.
we're waiting for somebody to not only really like it, but like give us reasons like how you like this movie.
How?
It's hard to comprehend how
Yeah,
everyone
it's hard to
can.
comprehend.
So from that point on, we know how to proceed with you. We know where your state of mind is and all
Handle
that.
with care.
The questions might be brought up like your childhood, like how many times did your mom drop you and stuff like that.
Yes, you may have to be drug tested as well, not for marijuana. Like, not to make you say something.
It's just a hemparita.
That's like
It's
meth
just-
level.
Oh no, we're not gonna blame Hemparita.
Oh,
Honestly, I really want to watch this now just because, Jenny, we should watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
So so we
For
can
sure.
text each other our feelings.
I think that's a
Definitely
great idea.
It
That's
would be
a great
great.
idea.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you guys to come back on and tell us your review of that horrible film because it's
And the Greasy Strangler.
And the Greasy
oh
Strangler.
yeah, that too. That so
Dude,
you
the best line from the Greasy Strangler: "Hootie tootie, disco cutie."
That's better
That's-
than Blood Lake. Right
That's
there.
all you need
Sold
to
me.
know.
that
Hootie
line,
I can
tootie,
make
disco
meme out of
cutie.
that. Like,
Yeah.
that line right there is better than the whole film of Blood Lake. Better than
Yeah.
anything in Blood Lake. It
Bru-
made more sense than
Like you
Blood
got me.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak can make a whole
Oh,
fucking
come
track
on.
to that.
There are so many worse movies than Blood Lake. Okay, name them. Let's go.
Yeah,
gotta-
Josh.
He has a challenge out. You win a T-shirt and a mug.
You got to prove it.
You
Though.
gotta
And
prove it.
Henry says, as far as bad movies go, Blood Lake is good. I'm like, how does that even go in the same sentence? Talk about oxymoron. I mean, it's just a contradictory of itself.
And it has to be a vote. We can't, not just by you saying it. We're gonna watch it. And if we all agree it's worse than Blood Lake, you win a shirt and a mug.
And I'm not. I promise you guys, I will not lie and say, "Oh, it's not."
Oh,
worth
I'm not lying. I'm not giving it to you,
Nah.
it's Aaron.
because
It's his
we
stuff.
want, the thing is for some reason we want to see something worse than Blood Lake, and I'm gonna
Yeah, I really do.
I'm actually really excited to watch Blood Lake now.
Me too.
Oh, you are
Like, I
until
feel
you
like I
watch
might.
it.
I feel like I might
Yeah.
love it just because y'all talked about
I
how
hope
bad
so.
it is.
I hope.
If
so.
we love it, do we get a T-shirt?
Wow.
You get a psychiatric evaluation.
Yeah.
You get one, and you get one.
You get a doctor, and you get a doctor. Joke's on you. I already have one.
Everybody, look under your seat. Pull the script out. That's some Prozac.
Oh man, it's oh gosh.
No, really, I really hope one of you do like it. Then, because I want to know why, so you could point out the stuff that you like. Because I'm going to be like, I didn't like anything.
Nope.
It's so
Y'all
bad too,
are-
because even wanting to hear it, I don't think anybody can change in my mind or our minds. Like that's
Okay, I never
fuck.
seen. I don't think I never seen Normal Terror.
Nobody's ever seen it. James is still not out yet.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, it's Henry. Never mind. Him.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
I got it now.
I know
Yeah.
his ass is right now at work laughing. He was giggling the whole time he was typing that shit. I know it, and now he's laughing even more because we mentioned it.
Oh man.
But I mean, Blood Lake is out, so
On Tubi.
It's been out since '87, I believe.
James, did you watch The Butcher?
Yes, that shit was bad too, but it's better than Blood Lake.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what your opinion was on that.
No.
That was fuck. James or Chris, you got to watch The Butcher. What was that? And that's on Tubi as well.
I believe so.
There's another terrible movie for you two to watch. It's called The Butcher. It's not as bad as Blood Lake, but it's a terrible indie film. And I try not to bash indie films, but I got to be honest. It was. I don't know what happened.
Or Curse of the Nun. Is it the Curse of the Nun?
That
Curse
was
of the Nun was pretty. It was.
Yeah,
like,
that shit
what
made me
the
laugh though.
fudge?
That made me laugh. But,
If you want to watch bad movies, just let us know. We can.
we got a lot. we revealed a lot.
We could steer you in that direction.
I'm making a list.
Yeah. Basically.
I'm down for some bad movies. I like good bad movies.
Yeah, me too. I try to hunt some. I just randomly, like Tubi, like I said, it's free. They have so much horror movies.
Yeah.
You just go through it. I judge it off cover. I see a cover, I go, yeah, that looks interesting. And it ends up being a bad shit show.
Mm-hmm.
But you still enjoyed it. You're like, okay, cool. And you
There
move on
is
to the next.
Tubi though, James, like you already know what movie I'm gonna say. Thanksgiving, fucking love
Yes.
it.
I love
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Not part 3. But yes, part 1.
My
What is
husband
that?
and I use the term turkey deuce quite often because
Awesome.
of that movie.
My wife walked out within the first 2 minutes. She was like, I can't do this.
My
I mean,
wife
the
said,
boobs.
Movie.
Just the boobs.
my wife said, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So what I'm doing with that film, and this is an open invitation as well, the Tuesday of Thanksgiving, I'll be reviewing that film. That's like my traditional film to review every single year around Thanksgiving because I love that film so much. It's just funny. It's a killer turkey. You can't get much better than that.
Oh.
Rubber puppet.
Like
Yeah.
a hand puppet, yeah.
Wearing a
Like Dollar
skin
Tree
mask.
ass puppet.
But it was just so amazing. I don't know what. So you know what's sad and funny about it is they were trying to, like, for Blood Lake, they were really trying to make a great movie. And with Thanksgiving, they were like, yo, let's just have some fucking fun with this shit. Like,
That's what it was. Yeah.
And it was very entertaining.
Just all the quotes that the turkey says.
Oh,
There's like so many.
I still got to check it out. So I'm waiting for Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's priceless. Like the quotes. Fucking die.
It's all about the turkey deuce.
Yeah.
Ladies, one quick question from me. I guess movie pertaining to Repo, the genetic opera. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I have not seen that.
I haven't watched it.
Oh,
I seen it a long time ago.
I
I'll have to
own it.
watch it again.
I've never seen it.
I own it and I have not watched it. I actually planned to watch it one night right after I watched the what is it called? The marijuana horror, like, God, what the hell? Reefer Madness. Like, I used to love to watch Reefer Madness, the original one, and I had planned one night to watch Repo, and I just never did.
Well,
Okay.
I'll come over to yours, Jenny.
Yeah.
You said Reefer Madness?
Yeah.
Repo. Oh, Reefer Madness, yes, was another movie.
I was doing a double feature that night, but I didn't get past Reefer Madness.
How was it? Was it funny?
Well, I mean, it was basically a propaganda film.
There you go. That's the same one I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah, like they were just trying to scare people away from using pot. Like,
Oh,
you
shit.
know,
In
they
some
got
of the
high and
stupidest and
drove
most
around
obscene
and hit
ways.
somebody, and like the other people got high and played jazz music on the piano, and like
God
And a ton of-
apparently that's a really horrible thing to do. Like dance.
Well,
and-
if you check out the imagery, there's a racial context there as well for users and the women of the Caucasians and whatnot as well. It's evil because we're stealing the women because we get them high and then they lose their inhibitions, like stuff like that. Like it's so underlining,
Wow.
Yeah.
the
yeah.
usual.
Okay.
you know.
All right.
I just can't be cute. You know what I mean? Like she can't just be feeling me right now. It's because of the bud. You know what I mean?
I don't know what to say, Chris. I really don't know what to say about that.
I think they're mixing up drugs.
But yeah, that's really good because I'm like, listen, if I can get high as shit and then all of a sudden just play jazz music amazingly, I don't see any problem. I think that's an improvement on myself. I can't do that shit now. Barely got my damn shoes. There's no way I'm playing an instrument.
Fucking 2 hits, I become Beethoven. Yes, give me a pass it, please.
Well, it's just like those modern commercials where they're trying to get people to not smoke weed. You know, the one where the girl like melts into the couch.
Oh, the old school.
Or the one that
don't do drugs.
or the one that made
commercials.
me want to smoke weed more, where the dog is talking to him.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. Like,
I didn't even see that one.
I seen that.
Oh, it's good.
I always
Like,
hated
it's just gonna
the
make people want to smoke.
Even as
frying egg thing always fucking killed me.
Your
Yeah.
brain on drugs.
This is your brain on drugs, as he's like mad stern and annoyed. Well, you might want to check your egg. The shit's about to burn in 2 seconds, bro.
oh shit. So
When he-
let's do final ratings, and then we can do our end of the show plugs.
Cool.
All right, I'll go first. I'm going to keep my 7. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. It was fucked up. Tormentor, stalker.
Mm-hmm.
I get, like I said, if I was in the car, like if you put yourself you're just going in circles. Later, you'll run out of gas. You'll start panicking. It'll start fucking with your mind and shit. So,
Oh hell yeah!
I can see that. So, yeah, 7.
I'm with you on the 7 as well, bud. I'm just going to keep it right where it was. I enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it again. It may change slightly, but I think it's a great movie. It's something people should at least give a chance to and enjoy. And even if it's not your cup of tea, there's going to be something that you pull away from it, whether it's some type of dynamic from the situations they're in or something. So check it out. 7 all day.
Okay. And I told you guys a little while ago, I bumped mine up to an 8 just because of the conversations we're having about this film, and it was a good film. It was a really good film. I definitely feel like you guys should definitely check it out. It was a fun film. Nuts, which we all like that crazy shit for some reason. And it makes you think, like, what the fuck? Tom, you're an ass. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Like, you would have been alive if you didn't make a lot of decisions you made in this film. You're dead. Like, he's dead and it's 100% his fault. 100% his fault. But yeah, an 8.
Next.
Jenny.
I'm with you. I'm bumping it a little, but I think because of the discussion, like I think we can all probably agree that a lot of the movie experience is the people that you talk about it with and that you enjoy it with. So I think just kind of hearing other people's opinions and hearing other things that I didn't even think of kind of bumped it. I would say I'm right in between a 7 and an 8 now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
About a 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.6.
7.
Oh,
Oh.
Jenny. She just went there.
I'm not allowed to use halves anymore. They got on me too much the first time.
Well, shit. I'm a guest here.
First of all,
Give her a break.
that's a damn Latin lie. Don't be over here. That's great.
I'm keeping mine at an 8. Like I love it. It makes me really happy that you guys could enjoy it too. And yeah, I think it's good for people who like horror and also good for people who maybe don't like horror as much. I think it just kind of hits on that really, as Jenny knows, like I like anything unexplained or just really creepy. And I think this kind of hits like those little boxes for me, for sure.
Well, Blood Lake is definitely unexplained.
I already have questions
love
just
it,
based
just
on
like
that.
right
Yeah.
They need.
I always said the cover looks like a overweighted Freddy with a Sharpie marker or a highlighter.
You know
What
what
is he wearing?
It's a striped, like basically sweater and like a fishing hat,
Okay.
and he's holding. It's supposed to be a knife, but it looks like a highlighter.
Like this. It's
It looks like a straight razor, like he's gonna shave somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
You'll
Jenny
find
and I
out when you
will
watch
watch
it.
it's bad. Like it's one of those things to where I wish I owned the rights to this movie just so I can like play it live on the podcast and just so people can talk shit about it. Like, look, just watch this film.
This is the only movie that made me angry.
So it's
I
the
got-
Nicolas
I got-
Cage of
Thank
horror.
you, Dreams.
Watch
Appreciate
it.
that.
Yes, this movie is the Nicolas Cage of horror. That's a perfect way to put this movie. You think of an actor you hate and you throw their name with it.
can't think.
You
of
should
one.
check it out. Dreams, you should definitely check this movie out. You may enjoy it. I guess we can go to the end of the show plugs now. I'll start with you, Chris.
What up? It's the Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Come check me out. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, the Z Network as well. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays and on Saturdays on Popcorn and Pints. Tons of new content coming out, flowing out on a few different platforms as well. So get ready for the drops. The next couple months is gonna be exciting.
Yes, yes. And now our guests, Liz and Jenny.
Oh, that's us. Jenny,
Hey, that's us.
Jenny, what can you say about Tales from the Crypt? Go on.
So Tales from the Crypt, we tell paranormal, unexplained, UFOs, cryptids, all true stories from users that are submitting them. We talk about it, and we would love for you guys to listen to us every Monday. It's a new episode.
6 a.m. Central Time, people. Go check them out. It's an awesome podcast.
And send us your stories right there, tftcsub@gmail.com.
Bam. You hear that, people?
That's awesome.
Thank
And then
you.
we have Horror Research 30 live shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Like Chris mentioned a little while ago, Popcorn and Pints live show Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Another movie podcast. It's all genres except for horror, of course. Stories from a Bar. Go check that out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts, including YouTube. Deep Focus Cinema is another show to check out. It's on Facebook and YouTube as well. And can't forget about Kyle's page, So Good It's Scary. For those of you who have indie horror shorts, post them on his page on Facebook. And when you do that, you're giving us the okay to do a live review, like showing the movie first and then reviewing it right after. But I mean, it's a good opportunity. We'll put your links in there and all that, so people can go to your links too as well. But post it on the So Good It's Scary Facebook page. He's also on Instagram. Give that a check out. And yeah. Oh, I forgot to show you guys these shot glasses my wife made earlier. These. Go follow
Nice.
Love
Cute.
'em.
Luna's Crafts on Instagram. Go follow her page. She like all the stuff that she's been making over the past few weeks or months. I forgot how long she had this Cricut stuff, but she's been posting them on there. Finally, she listened, but she did these and these.
That's what's up.
So yes, people, go check all that awesome stuff out. Yes.
That TFTC.
That's their
Tales
email.
from the Crypt.
Oh, duh. I'm like,
Come on, Chris.
It's
Come
a new
on.
drug.
It's your new favorite podcast. That's what it is.
no mas, I'm
Yeah.
good. As far as the drug situation goes.
Oh my. But
Thank you
seriously,
guys so much for having us, though.
Oh,
I had
thank you.
fun.
Me too. Like we will be back because I want to watch the Gracie Strangler now. for
Can't
sure.
wait.
Awesome.
see that I want to see. I'm gonna admit
Free
I'm
on
not
Prime.
like free on Prime. See,
Yeah.
Boom. Even better.
It was one of those, like you said, you'll just kind of see things and you see the cover and you're
Yep.
like, yeah, I'm watching this shit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop. I was like, this is so fucking bad. And I just kept,
Ah.
I've had
You played it.
multiple other people watch it because I was like, God, this fucking movie was terrible. You have to see it. So
Okay.
Just let us know the date you guys can come on again, and we'll do the Greasy Strangler. We'll put it on. I won't put it on the wheel. I'll wait for you guys to come back on, and then you guys can also tell us your feelings about Blood Lake and how angry you are that you watched it.
I'm so
yeah.
excited.
Oh, their podcast is called Tales from the Crypt. I'll pull the thing up one more time real quick for you.
You can
Oh,
find
yeah.
it anywhere you listen to your podcasts.
Yes.
And you can find us on social media as well.
It's true.
And I'm going to talk them into getting a YouTube and putting it on YouTube.
Now you got the taste of
That way I
Live
could
video.
be nauseated every week. I was so nervous. I was so nervous.
you get
You're
used to
doing
it.
wonderfully.
See, the thing is, you say you edit your stuff. I can't hear myself. I can't go back and watch these episodes.
I used to not be able to. Liz, I would always tell Liz, I'm like I literally would just cringe at the sound of
Yeah.
my own voice. My
Yep.
mom did say a prayer for me before I walked in. She was like, okay, I'm going to say a prayer that you don't. And I was like, that I don't say anything stupid because it's live. And she was like, yes, yes, absolutely. I was like, yeah, thanks.
It doesn't sound like us, Jenny. Not at all.
Movie, it's called The Greasy Strangler. It's on
Mm.
Amazon Prime and it's free.
Yes.
And it's crazy, so make sure your kids are sleeping when you're watching that, Dreams. I didn't watch it yet, but you know I'm gonna.
I'm going to now. Yep.
I can't wait to see that now. 'cause this is-
Tootie
I heard
tootie
it on another
disco
podcast.
cutie.
Oh
go
Jesus.
That's gonna be mentioned a lot on that episode.
Yeah, it is.
You feel it coming.
But I do want to thank you two for coming on. I had a great time. Speaking for me, I won't speak for these guys like I always do.
It's been a blast.
Like that.
I'm just kidding, ladies.
They're great.
been
You're okay.
Absolutely.
We had a blast. Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for having us because this has been a lot of fun. Yeah. So thank you.
I'm looking forward to catching some of your more of your shows because of the
Oh,
vibe,
yeah.
that whole like
Yeah, it's good.
campfire feel and everything.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? I love it. The little intro you guys did with the old school little box and everything. Good shit.
Yeah.
People like to listen when they're on road trips at night, is what a lot of people tell me also.
Wow.
Fuck that.
If I can suggest anything though, Jenny, I think you and I will agree. Our favorite, I think, episode would probably be
Mr. Red
the
Eyes.
Huh?
We both did two different things.
We're doing different ones. The cabin that took Adam. That's probably my
Oh
favorite.
God, yeah.
Mhm.
That one we get a lot of follow up on. Everybody's wondering what the fuck happened to Adam, so y'all need to listen to that.
Oh, I need to go
See,
find that one.
You guys need to catch up. I listen to every single episode. I can't tell you
Wow.
things verbatim because my memory sucks. But
Do you have a favorite, or like something you just remember?
I'd have to honestly go back and kind of glance through.
Do you remember Mr. Red Eyes at all?
Can
The
you give
guy
me?
that kept seeing the shadow person coming out of his basement, and then they actually found something that
Yes,
explained
yes,
it all.
Yes,
I don't want to spoil it, but
Yes, that was the thing. See, the thing with your guys' stories, like Chris was saying, the campfire thing. So, I've kind of listened to it, like how I would watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like every week, you're just excited for a new story or stories.
Mhm.
I should say, because you guys tell multiple stories in it in that half hour to 40-minute episode. So I'm just like, what? Okay, I got this fixed now. What's next? I gotta wait till freaking next damn Monday.
Yeah.
But it's really worth it though, and I do think that you guys should do visuals just because I think it would be awesome. And like I was telling you before we went live, Liz, like with the facial expressions and all that gesticulations that people do, and I'm sure you guys are doing a lot of these hand movements, all this other stuff, because we do it all the time on this live, especially Chris. He can't help himself. But
I talk with my hands, huh?
I don't know what to do.
it
Yes.
makes it more personable when you kind of see it with the YouTube, especially with the podcasting thing, because it's kind of like you're sitting in the room with the people in the conversation, just not obviously they can't hear you, so you're not really talking, but just kind of in there sitting, just listening to it. like sitting in the corner listening, like, oh, this is really interesting. This is entertaining.
Lower the lights, put on some little tea candles, put some earbuds in, and fucking get lost in the weirdness.
Just sniff your hands. I think he's looking for the Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Yeah.
And here's a middle finger to that jerk.
Superstar.
That's what we're doing for.
I will say,
I forgot.
if we ever do decide to go on YouTube, you will slowly watch me give less and less of a shit what I look like. So that would be fun to chronicle. Like tonight, I was like, gotta shower again, gotta flat iron my hair, gotta put on makeup, and then eventually I'll just end up in like a fucking sweatshirt with my hair in a bun. Like,
yeah,
period.
We do this Sunday mornings. We record, and we know we used to live with each other, so we don't expect much from each other when we record together.
Not at all. We're like, hey, bitch, doing that messy bun, both of us.
I don't expect Chris and James to get all dolled up to come on here and go live. They can if they want to, but
y'all don't have full face of makeup on?
Nah.
You look fantastic. You know?
You know what I mean? It's just good cameras, nice skincare, you know what I mean? Just yeah.
Oh man,
I did joke with Liz and tell her I was gonna do full stage makeup. So I was like, gonna come in with like just circle cheeks, red cheeks, and like lines and
See, now I'm gonna have to request you to do that next time. Just something crazy next time.
We could.
It'll help. You know, it'll help bring out that shyness. So when you do your YouTube thing, you'll be all set.
We should.
You have us on enough, I'll look like a complete fucking idiot. Like, that's period. True. Once I get comfortable enough, that's it. That's all.
I think it was husband and wife one year for Halloween. So
we did.
Do that again. Yeah.
Liz wore like the greatest tuxedo, and I wore like a tutu dress, and
nice.
We don't care.
You don't care.
Definitely should. If you have Spotify or whatever you listen to, wherever you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to their podcast.
Apple.
So listen to it on the audio. They will be getting on YouTube because I'm going to keep pushing them, but not in a toxic way, in a positive way, because I know do some dope content. Not like Tom. Tom's a dick.
Tom's a dick.
Yeah, I followed on Spotify today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Makes us happy.
See this?
See, I don't have Apple and all that. So I asked Darren, I was like, hey, he's like, oh, I listen to Spotify. I was like, I got Spotify. Gotcha.
Yep. I sent you the link, James. I sent you the link.
Well, thank you guys for listening. That means a lot. So, thank you.
It does. We love it. We were excited. How many countries do we have now? Have you counted 44? Again? 44 countries, something like that.
All right, when you guys get to 50 countries, someone has to do some damn singing. Because I heard you guys talk
Jenny.
That's me. I'm supposed to remember the Animaniacs song, and I'm gonna do it.
I know part of it.
I occasionally practice. My son is like, "You're gonna do it. You're gonna like." I introduced him to Animaniacs, of course, when all the new ones came out, and like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Well, that's another call out. So we're
correct.
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's an audio thing though, Dreams. It's not a live show. But yeah. And it's go follow it right now and go
binge it now.
And go binge it because this live is about to end. You got nothing else to do. You're gonna have to stay up late because you got a newborn at home.
Oh,
it's either 7 a.m. Eastern or 5 a.m. Eastern. I forget.
7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
But there's about 26 episodes up already that you can.
Yeah, we're in our second season.
Awesome. When did you guys start podcasting?
February or March. I think it was February. Wow. We had planned it. I mean, for a while though, we had talked about it, and with COVID, we put everything off because wrongly assumed we would have to be together to record. But Squadcast has been like our hero with that.
Mm-hmm.
We still have great audio.
That's awesome.
That was our big concern.
Yeah. And we love the Squadcast. We love being able to see each other. That's important.
What made you guys want to start a podcast?
A big part of it has been people's reactions to, I think, us together. Like, so we're a little bit polarizing in the sense that we've gotten like we get people who are like, if they see one of us, where's the other one? And they just love hanging out and just talking. Or you guys are a little much when you're together, which we kind of still love anyway.
Yeah.
So
That's how me and my brother Henry are. Like you two together is just sometimes too much.
like we share the same love for anything creepy, and we chat. We have good banter, right, Liz?
That's it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We love each other and we support each other in both of our ridiculousness. So I think we always get into really weird situations somehow together. Even when we're like, we're not going to do anything bad tonight. We're going to be really good. And
I feel
every
like
time.
how much time do you have left?
As
Because
much as you want, honestly,
I feel like Liz, you have to tell them the story of the strip club concert. Then
No,
Yep.
you tell it better.
Oh,
I'm in. We're in.
okay,
Strip
you want
club.
me to tell it?
Jenny, you tell it.
Yeah. So years ago, when we were still roommates, we both wanted to go see two different bands that happened to be playing together. So I was into Lordi. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of them, but they're European metal. They wear full costume, like
Like
Guar
Guar.
style,
Yeah.
but the music is different. Like they were the first metal act to win Eurovision, I believe. So, and they were kind of at the time, like nobody knew who they actually were, all that good stuff, like all the best stuff about that kind of music. And then they were playing with Lizzie Borden. And so we were like, okay, we both fucking want to go see these bands. Let's go see them. They're supposed to play at House of Blues, I think, wasn't it? So day of, we're like fully dressed up to go to this metal show. Like, I have to tell you what we were wearing because it's very important to the story. Like corsets and shit like that. Like heavy metal show kind of clothing for chicks. And so we get a call the day of that the show was canceled because Lordi was on Conan the night before. And they didn't make it to Houston in time because they have a specific number of hours that it takes them to put on their prosthetics and the makeup and costume and everything. So the show got canceled because of that. And a friend of ours calls Liz and is like, hey, we're driving around. Like, what the fuck are we going to do now? Says, hey, the show got moved to, how did he say it? DBs, right? So he's like, the show got moved to DBs. And we're like, okay. So she hangs up and she's like, okay, well, they got moved to Dave and Buster's. And I was like, fucking Dave and Buster's? Like, and she was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess we're going to go to Dave and Buster's in spring and watch these bands. And so I was like,
So
all right.
innocent.
Yeah. So he gives us the address. And I think she had like a BlackBerry at the time. And I don't even remember where we input the address. It had to have been on a phone or something. But so we're driving up there. We get about an hour north of where we're from. And we see a sign that tells us to drive into the woods. So we drive into the woods and way back, look, he's like, no, way back into the woods, we see literally a mansion, like this massive, like southern looking mansion. We pull up. It is not a Dave and Buster's. It is a place called DB Cooper's Mansion, and it is a fully nude strip club.
Wow.
So
Okay.
we had to have somebody come out to bring us in because I guess they didn't let women in by themselves. I had never ever been to a strip club before. It was like a little kid. I was like a little child. Like, honestly, like I was just like fascinated. We go upstairs and this fucking massive band at one point, Lizzie Borden, is playing on the second floor of the strip club in this
private room.
teeny tiny private room. And it was actually a lot of fun, but that's how we ended up randomly at a strip club called
Definitely sounds like
not
a-
Dave and Buster's.
That's funny.
Somebody actually walked up to Jenny and asked her what time she was going on. That was my favorite part.
That's awesome.
This adorable, really, really old man. He was wearing a tracksuit, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. This really adorable older black man. Boot, cowboy hat, and a tracksuit, okay? He comes up to me. Liz and I are like leaning on the railing, right? He comes up to me and he says, hey, so do you and the girls have a competition at the end of the night? And I was like, I'm sorry? And he was like, you know, do y'all have like contests on who's got the best pole dance at the end of the night? And I was like, I don't understand. He was like, wait, you work here, right? I was like,
Holy shit.
no, but okay, no, I don't.
Should
But
just
I
said
love
yes
his
and took his money.
fashion.
I was
That's
going to
funny.
say, is that considered him asking that question? Is that flattering or is that offensive? And this is a serious question. As
In
a guy,
his defense, again, I was wearing a corset.
I was gonna say the dominatrix look. You
Yeah,
know what I
which I
mean?
was fully prepared to wear at a concert. Had I known that I'd be walking into a strip club where they had practically matching outfits, I probably would not have worn that.
okay.
So I wasn't mad at the guy. I was just a little like, maybe I should consider my outfit choices from now on.
Or not, because what if we wind up at a strip club again? We don't know. So
Always be prepared. Always be prepared. But I wanted his outfit. Who wears a tracksuit with cowboy boots and a cowboy hat?
Mm.
The coolest man alive.
Creepiest creepster there is. Hey there, girls. You girls going on next, huh? I got some candy for you. I'll vote for you later if you can
Well, I'll
do
be
that pole
honest.
dance.
That place, that club made me really appreciate the song Dirty Diana, because I saw a girl dance to that song. Like, I've never seen anybody dance to that song, and I was like, I was in love. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And every time that song comes on, I think of this person I don't know. So she did a
And
great
the
job.
strippers were the nicest chicks to us the entire
This
night.
sounds like an amazing time.
It did end up being, but it was not Dave and Buster's, Liz.
That's how innocent I was. I was like, I guess we're playing at Dave and Buster's. Like, it's pretty embarrassing.
Wow.
But just imagine how boring it would have been at Dave and Buster's. There a bunch of
Thank
kids
you.
running around touching shit.
Compared, man.
No strippers.
Well,
No
yeah,
dirty
and then we hung
dancing.
out with Lizzie Borden all night after the show too. So
Boom.
that wouldn't have happened at a big venue.
No. See?
Yeah, we made friends. We made good friends with them. Weird men, but they were nice.
Weird men, but they were.
Well,
You need to
yeah,
be-
one of them, the guitar player at the time, he wore the spinal cord of a bobcat
Oh,
that he found dead on his property, and he painted it silver. And he
Okay.
was like really keen to tell me exactly what it was.
Like, that's gonna be like the turning point for us to be like, oh, okay, now we're into you. You know, like just dumb shit like that.
I don't even feel like that was. I feel like for that guy, that was just one of those things where he just did it and just felt like he had to tell everybody. Like even people, he just walked up like, "Hey, guess what? I don't even know who the fuck you are. I don't care." Called everybody.
Absolutely.
That's what that was, because it was something that was so obscure and strange where most people just, if they see it, either leave it or maybe throw it in the garbage, or maybe clean it up and like hang it on the wall or something, but not wear it around your damn neck and paint it silver.
And he was a vegan.
Okay.
So am I wrong in understanding veganism? Like, I really thought that would make him not want to do that, but maybe he's like, use every bit. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know the rules.
Like, we ended up seeing a story. He ended up in jail for some shit like months later, and it was a big deal because he was like protesting because they wouldn't give him vegan food
In
the
jail?
In the jail.
What do you
He went on a
expect?
hunger strike.
In
You
the
don't
jail.
in jail. At least I don't think you do.
No.
But can you imagine? Hey, listen, I want the vegan menu.
What's the vegan option? What would you recommend?
Do you guys have an Impossible Burger?
I recommend don't get arrested, but
I mean, that's
Wow.
good advice. That's good life advice. You know?
don't get arrested. Watch Blood Lake, and that's it. That's all my advice for everybody.
It was some dumb shit too. It was like parking tickets.
Mm,
I'm watching Blood Lake. Like, I'm gonna watch that
Mhm.
for
Nice.
sure.
You're gonna be so disappointed.
Oh, I love it.
Or so happy that it really
Or
met our
not.
expectations of what you guys told us.
Yeah, which is low. My expectations are very low right now. No
Dude,
way.
your expectations are gonna be. They should be low, and once you see this movie, you're gonna be like, "Wow, I had high expectations for this movie."
I can't wait. I love being disappointed. So yes, can't wait.
I just hope we're not setting the bar so low that it's like
That
this
it's
wasn't
great.
that bad. Like
yeah, all right.
There wasn't. This isn't that bad type of. This is just. It's worse than that bad. It's not one of those ones where like you watch a movie that's so bad it's good. You just love going back to it. This is just like, oh my god, I just wasted about an hour and a half of my fucking day. And
Only movie in my life I gave a 0.
So is it content bad or is it quality bad?
Everything.
All of it.
Ooh.
All of it.
Shit.
Content
All the
quality,
above.
filmography, like dialogue, visuals, lighting, all of it.
Okay, I will say this: water skiing, water fucking skiing.
Yeah, you'll know when you see it.
You'll see
Topless
God.
water skiing? Is that what that is?
Unfortunately, no,
Oh,
it's not topless water skiing, and
no, I'm not watching it.
it's like a 20-minute scene of water skiing. I'll give you that. That's my only spoiler.
It's a what?
It's about a 20-minute scene, or at least it felt like about 20 minutes of just water skiing.
It's like a montage of water skiing.
Oh, I love bad montages. Oh,
Oh, this is
You know,
Oh.
montage.
yes, John, thank you.
I
Oh, boy.
excited, like how you guys are like kind of worried but kind of excited.
Trying
Yeah.
to get into it. Yeah.
That's how we are in daily life, anyways.
Yeah,
Worried, excited.
About everything. That's
Yeah.
how we end up in strip clubs.
That was
Kind of worried, kind of excited.
that
Yeah.
ended well. That ended well. Unlike this, in fear that trip to the woods didn't end so well. Well,
No.
for the people in it.
No. Thank you guys for watching it, though. That means I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Oh, heck yeah. And now Greasy Strangler will be next when you guys come on. I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. I feel like I'm going to enjoy that movie just because of the title.
I'm
The
excited.
title and the little catchphrase.
Oh,
What
it's
was
going
the
to be fun.
catchphrase again?
Hootie tootie disco cutie.
Oh
Oh,
god.
shit.
Perfect.
So all I think of initially when you said Greasy
Uh-oh.
Strangler, right?
Yeah.
Is either it's a mechanic, it's a dude from like the 50s greaser style, or the guy from Family Guy, the oiled up dude.
The grease
That's all I can think of.
The grease up doing the Speedo.
Oh, man.
Where you gotta try to catch him.
We're back. I'm gonna strangle you. See you next time.
Oh, shit. Yes. That's fucking hilarious. But I guess we can end it here, people, before we get on to another ramble. Thank you again for coming on.
Yes.
Go check out Tales from the Creeps, people. It is an awesome freaking podcast. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to this one. Tell them to get on the YouTube. Shoot them an email. Tell them to get their show on YouTube because it's an awesome show. They have awesome energy, and they need to have the visuals there.
Thank you.
But that being said, we're out of here. Thank you guys for listening and watching. As always, I'll see you in your nightmare.